The copyright strike was just a warning. This sentence is more incriminating than anything that you have ever said. You just said that you gave me a false copyright strike to warn me. Is that what copyright strikes are used to do? Huge shout out to everybody who donated using YouTube's Super Thanks option. Remember, donations are not required, but they are appreciated. Don't feel like you have to give money. Just liking, commenting, and subscribing the videos so they get pushed in the algorithm are very, very much appreciated. So thank you all so much. Also, huge shout out to all the new members. I really, really appreciate all you guys. Shout out to the previous elites, Lux Actually Sucks, Mora Dralis, and now the new DH elites, 1911A Person, BM, and Ryu. Appreciate all you guys, so thank you. All right, so DeepHumor1 has actually responded to everything that has happened between us. Hopefully these Google translations are accurate. If they aren't, for my Turkish speakers in the comments, please translate this for me and make sure that it's correct. But he said, "Hello friends, I watched the relevant video after the comments. I've never seen this channel before in my life. My friend tried to create perception in his own mind and insulted the nation." Before I even read the rest of this, in your second sentence, you managed to lie. Show me anywhere in my videos where I insulted the nation of Turkey. You are lying by saying that, and that is not okay to accuse me of that. The funny thing about you saying that is there are so many Turkish speakers in my comment section who are supporting me because they know that you gave me a false copyright strike. But anyway, so he goes on, he says, "I've been using this name on my Instagram account since the end of 2015. If I have old followers, they know it very well. At that time, I was only making edits on Instagram and had nothing to do with YouTube. Then a ton of channels were opened under my name, and I uploaded my edits from Instagram to YouTube and received thousands of views. At that time, due to my financial situation, I sold my Instagram account and paid royalties to all the channels that use my videos. Most likely the channel that this friend showed in the video was one of the channels that I had closed. Even his emails are still available." All right, so let's analyze this. Okay, first of all, if you made your Instagram account in 2015 with the name Deephumor, it's funny that you bring this up as a point because it just shows that you didn't actually watch my video. In my first video on this situation, I stated, I've made a few videos on this subject where I've said the same thing and I want to reinstate it so people don't think I'm crazy. Obviously, if you make a YouTube channel called Deephumor, it's not a big deal because that's quite an ambiguous name. It's not like it's something super unique. It is, a name that somebody else could have thought of. What my problem with this channel was that they were using my name and my channel logo that I had made. I literally said that word for word in the video, and you're trying to make it seem like this is about you having the name Deep Humor. Now this is about you giving me a false copyright strike. You literally trying to ruin everything that I've done on YouTube. And on the topic of that copyright strike, you copyright striked me for showing your quote unquote copyrighted logo from minute 0 to minute 34 in my video. The video that you took down isn't even 34 minutes long. It's only 15 minutes and 40 seconds long. Your claim doesn't even make any sense. Also, even if it was 34 minutes, it's not like I showed your logo for the entirety of the video. I'm literally on a snippet of the video right now where your logo isn't even visible. It was a completely fraudulent claim that you made. That's why the YouTube community is so pissed off at you. And yes, I understand that people are leaving hate comments for you. I have already told people not to do that. And yes, I'm aware on the internet sometimes when you tell people not to do something, they do it more. But the only reason I even told people to stop hating on you in the first place is because I noticed that there was already a bunch of hate comments on your video. I said it in my last video, I'll say it again. Please don't leave hate on this channel. Let's be better than that. I'm trying to make a positive community here. There is enough hatred in the world. By hating on this guy, it won't help fix this situation at all. But anyways, people were responding to him and he was actually replying to a lot of the comments. Someone said also, "Why were you using his channel logo some years ago then?" Said, "Mate, I don't use a personal Twitter account. I also don't know the person mentioned in the video. This guy tricked you by creating a sob story. I've been using this name on Instagram since 2015 anyway." Again, I wouldn't even have the opportunity to create a quote-unquote sob story if you didn't falsely give me a copyright strike and try to get my whole channel shut down. You made the situation way bigger than it is. Don't blame me for that. Someone else said, "Also, one more thing. You changed your Instagram username 7 times." Yes, back then I wasn't making street interviews or political videos. I was creating dark humor edits, but since the dark humor culture in Turkey didn't develop, I was targeted with backlash multiple times. My Instagram page got shut down many times. I had no choice but to change my concept, and I started producing street interviews and political satire. Someone else replied and said, you do have a Twitter account because who else would ask for that handle? That account had a Turkish flag, so you know because he's you. Also about the Instagram stuff, you say you have the username since 2015, but it shows that you have this account since December 2019 and you have changed your username 7 times. Suspicious. He replies and said, I don't need to buy a username because everyone in Turkey already knows me. Definitely gonna win the Humble Person of the Year award right there. Your friend's concept is different from mine and even our languages aren't the same. I agree with you. So as I said in my last video, why are you willing to give me a false copyright strike over a name that isn't even in the language of your videos? Wouldn't it make way more sense for you to just make your name Deephumor but in the Turkish language? I think pretty much everybody watching this video is thinking the same thing right now. Your friend's concept is different than mine, even our languages aren't the same. Why would I try to harm you? Since the name Deephumor is common in Turkey, the Turkish guy who DM'd you on Twitter was most likely trying to buy that username and then sell it to me. These things happen a lot in Turkey, so please don't take it seriously. But again, that doesn't explain why you falsely copyright striked me. Why are you dancing around that subject? Why'd you steal his YouTube icon? I didn't steal anyone's logo. This is the same logo I've been using since my Instagram page. The channel mentioned in the video is most likely one I got taken down because then I didn't have a YouTube channel and people were constantly creating channels under my name, downloading my edits from Instagram and uploading them to YouTube. So when I decided to start my own YouTube channel, I filed copyright claims against all the channels using. Just because you use it on another site doesn't mean you get it on YouTube. Keep crying. Neither your friend nor I have the right to claim ownership of this name. Anyone is free to create a channel with this name as much as they want, as long as the concepts are different. There's no reason to be jealous. When is this guy going to mention his false copyright strike? That's what I'm wondering right now. Okay, here we go. Someone says if it's just a misunderstanding and you're correct in everything, then why did you try to copy strike his video down? You could have just talked about it. Because in the video, your friend is making false accusations and slandering me. Let me stop you right there. That's not why you copyright striked me though. You did not copyright strike me for slander or harassment or whatever you're claiming. You copyright strike me because apparently I used your copyrighted logo. So you're giving one reason and then you're copyright striking me for another reason. Imagine waking up one day and seeing stupid foreign comments on your channel. Seems a little xenophobic, but okay. At first, I thought it was a bot attack because in Turkey, people can attack opposition channels in this way due to political conflicts. Then as I started reading the comments, I realized something was wrong and found the related video. In it, they claimed I stole the channel name. Okay, well, in this comment, you basically just said that you copyright striked me because I made false accusations and slandered you. Even though there's no chance that that is true because of all the evidence that we've gathered, let's give you the benefit of the doubt and say, you know what, you weren't the guy that copied me. You cannot give somebody a false copyright strike because they made accusations against you if your reasoning is because I used your logo. That is completely fraudulent. The original commenter replied and said, if I were in your place, I would have talked it out and tried to share my views and explain the slander point by point myself since I know for the fact I didn't do anything wrong. I would have never tried to copyright strike since I didn't know if it might even be illegal, didn't know about the legality, but it does seem extreme. Yeah, exactly. Why didn't you just make a video proving that you've had this name for a while, showing your Instagram? And if you say that you don't want to do it because your audience wouldn't understand, at least don't falsely copyright strike me. You could have DM'd me, we could have talked about it, you could have shown me some proof. I was only planning to make one video on the situation anyways. I had one video over here and that was going to be it. And then you falsely copyright striked me and then I was in the situation where now you're trying to completely destroy me. Of course, I'm going to make more videos about the situation as information develops. So he replies and says, it's impossible for me to do this on this channel because my Turkish audience won't understand anything and it'll only make things more complicated. The copyright strike was just a warning. This sentence is more incriminating than anything that you have ever said. You just said that you gave me a false copyright strike to warn me. Is that what copyright strikes are used to do? This is a completely illegal thing that you just admitted to doing. I can't even believe that you admitted that. And I was right because they can't show my channel and brand logo in the video without my permissions while making false claims. So I've done a ton of research on what he just said over here. And from all the legal forums that I've read and all the websites that I've read, you can actually show a trademarked or copyrighted logo in a video as long as you are making transformative content around it. My video would count as commentary and criticism, and that falls under fair use from everything that I've read. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. And again, it's not like I just had your logo on the screen for the entire quote unquote 34 minutes while I was talking. I just got to point this out again because it's so funny. You even claimed that I had your logo in for 34 minutes in the video. Meanwhile, the video is 15 minutes long. It's not a mature move at all. I don't know if he means himself or me. I'll wait a bit longer before taking legal action, hoping that this person will realize their mistake and try to fix things. Okay, so he basically did just threaten me with legal action. Okay, and that's pretty much the end of the thread right there. So I'm just going to kind of reiterate the main point that I've been making throughout this whole video. If you have proof that you didn't steal my logo and all the evidence that we had gathered against you is wrong, why didn't you just try to contact me and talk about it? My Twitter DMs are open. You could have contacted me. You could have left a comment on my video. There were so many ways for us to get in touch, but instead you took the path of destruction. You really, really tried to destroy my channel. And of course, I'm going to take that personally and not take it lightly because, like I've always been saying in these videos, that's 6 years of work that I put in. Some people are saying I'm going to be milking this situation by making all these videos. That's fair. You can have whatever criticism you want. I don't mind. But this is passion, buddy. The reason why I got so upset about this because I've been making videos for 6 years, and honestly, I've been making videos for 12 years across different channels. YouTube is my dream. I've always wanted to do YouTube, and the fact that you try to take that away from me is something that I'm not going to take lightly. Like I said in my last video, I'll say it again in this video, I have never promoted hatred towards your channel. I never told anybody to go and attack you. And the fact that you started off your first message by saying that I insulted your nation, you're over here talking about slander. That's blatant slander right there. I challenge you to go find any video or tweet or any statement I ever made where I insulted the nation of Turkey. But yeah, in conclusion, don't false copyright strike people, dude. That's why people are so upset with you. You pissed the YouTube community off by trying to illegally strike down my video and my channel. Let me know what your guys' thoughts are on the situation in the comments. See you guys later.